This is Dr. Raman Gill for you, and I hope everyone is doing well. And I wanted to share a question here that has been asked from me. This question comes from Minga. He says, are there any 5 to 6 steps of changing the patterns of negativity in a person? So the answer to this is there are no such steps as such, 5 steps or 4 steps or 6 steps to change the pattern of negativity in a person. But I would like to emphasize here is that a person has to be aware that he or she has to make those changes. That is why the specialists or the psychologists, they'll always, or the family keeps coming back, to convince a person if he or she has to change certain habits or even the addictions, has to change the pattern of negativity. He or she has to be aware and has to say that he or she is committed to make those changes. That is definitely one of the starting point. And then, of course, taking the help of an expert who can really help make the assessment, find out the root cause of that deep negativity. Whether it's a trauma or some experiences during childhood or during later stage of that person, really assessing it and then finding out, what are the different stages or what are the different steps that person can use so that the patterns in their brain can start making those changes. So a person can, even by using simple resources like creativity, meditation, affirmations, these are really simple resources available now online that a person can use, and he or she can keep reminding himself either through writing or writing even or with big bold letters on a mirror that he or she has to make a change, and then of course taking an action. Many times I've seen that people don't write liking. So in such a case, a family member can help that person and then remind he or she whose patterns or habits of negativity have to be changed. And at this point, I would like to add here, usually if it's a family member usually doesn't listen to a family member. So it's in such a situation, it becomes important to take the help of an expert, and and then later on the assessments can be made weekly, monthly, and the different resources or the different actions that are supposed to be taken, they can be more accountable, that have to be taken into consideration. So if it's a family, within a family, forming a team, being accountable, that becomes more easier, where you in relationships where you can listen to each other and someone is really aware how to make those changes. That is important. If you're not an expert, then of course you need to take if it's really something deeper, you have to take an help of an expert. Also, I'd like to add here is that once the person is ready to make those changes and and the steps have already started, don't get frustrated. The recent research shows that it may take up to 2 months for a habit or the negative pattern to be start those changes start making are visible. So don't get frustrated after 21 days that the negativity pattern is not being changed. The recent research shows that it can take up to 2 months. And also what important is that celebrate yourself, whoever he or she has to make those changes. So celebration, one of the trick is taking a jar and keep putting a bean or a marble in the bean to keep himself or herself motivated and inspired that he or she has made, has taken a step. or even going outside for a cup of coffee. That is also kind of celebration, making himself herself happy. So celebration even for little step that has been taken, that's really important as well. So I want to make really make a point here also, that I assure that once those steps are taken, like it's not that 5 steps or 6 steps, no, but I do assure that once those resources are started, like affirmations, meditation, or creativity, there is a change in the programming of our the way the person starts thinking. That is assured, because our brains are, you can rewire your brain. Our brains are neuroplastics, plastic, and the neurons are always forming pathways, different pathways that that can change the belief system of a person. I hope this answer helps, and whoever thinks that someone's or his or her negative patterns have to be changed, he or she really has to commit. And yes, it can be done, though there are not any fixed steps, but it can be definitely be changed. It's just a matter of taking an action. With that note, stay blessed and keep asking me questions. It's a blessing to be staying connected with you guys. Thank you. Until next time.